Do you want to have a snack or look like one? So yesterday I posted on Instagram. I called it real. I said, this is real talk in real time. An example of a decision that I made in the moment to have a delicious cup of coffee rather than indulge in some chocolate when I was having a kind of down day. And I got some great feedback and some major flack, and that's fine. So there's a couple things that I want to talk about here today and dive into a little more detail. One is, some people say I'm very restrictive, and I say, is it restriction or is it respect? And then also I want to talk about emotional eating because I absolutely do enjoy chocolate. It's not that I restrict myself from ever having chocolate, but I'm not going to use it to soothe my emotions. If I enjoy chocolate, I'm going to enjoy it with intent. So let's dive into that. And even before we go there, I want to remind everybody that I share what I'm doing in my real life, and I try to keep it as real and transparent. This is 59, no filters, as possible. So I shared my thought process and why I was doing what I did. Nowhere in that video, and we'll go into a little more detail, was I saying that this is what everybody has to do. So here's the scenario. It was yesterday, Tuesday, October 14th. It was a gray day. It was cold, like it felt like fall. I'm a summer girl. It was like, yeah, I can bundle up, but it was kind of the first day that I was like, oh, I have to wear pants. It was gray out. I was very tired. And that's rare for me, but I did not sleep well the night before. And and then I was hit with some stuff that made me feel ick about, and it was financial. I'll be completely transparent about an ongoing expense that I was not expecting to be so expensive. So I'm tired. It's gray. It's that mid-afternoon time when you might feel a little tighter anyway. And I've just been hit with a very an expense that I knew was coming, but ended up being way higher than I expected. And at a time like that, so emotions are, when we're already tired, we could be a little more emotional. And, I was some feelings of, oh, this is hard. This isn't fair. This person is doing, this person has this, and this person does that. All types of comparison. Just having a human moment here. So rather than diving into some chocolate, which used to be the case for me, especially at that mid-afternoon, late afternoon time, that was historically when I would soothe my feelings, soothe my emotions with a sweet treat like chocolate. I made a choice that I would instead treat myself to a delicious cup of coffee, enjoy it fully, taste it, smell it, feel the warmth of my holding in my hands, admire the pretty place where I was purchasing it, and move on with my day. And I'll share, just to go into a little more detail, I was at the Hotel Hershey because I was running errands in that area. And there are giant jars of Hershey's Kisses all over that hotel, including in the little coffee shop. So I could have easily grabbed a handful of Hershey Kisses and enjoyed them with my chocolate. But I knew at that moment, if I had those Hershey Kisses, I would want more Hershey Kisses or chocolate in general. And I knew that that wasn't the vibe yesterday because they wasn't going to be enjoyable. So instead, I got my delicious small hot coffee because that's all I need. Starbucks, I get a short hot blonde sometimes, but I just had a small coffee. In fact, many times in the afternoon, I'll get decaf. I had some full strength. I was just felt like I could use a little boost, and it did indeed give me a boost. I put a little splash of half in and a little bit of stevia, and oh my gosh, I don't usually sweeten my coffee. This was like the best coffee. I felt like it was the best coffee I ever tasted. I enjoyed it, just walking around the lobby, taking in all the beautiful sights, and then finished it in my car. where I recorded that video on Instagram explaining what just took place and ended with saying sometimes you have to decide if you want to have a snack or look like one. And so some people were like, wow, thanks for sharing. Someone said, oh, yeah, that was me yesterday. I did have the snack, but thanks for helping me look at this differently. And some people said, including one guy in particular, I did block because I realized he's literally trying to instigate arguments. There's this guy. Um, his name is Nathan Matthews. I'm just calling him out here. I mean, his Instagram handle is like whatever, but I know, and a young man who likes to apparently start arguments on Instagram. He doesn't follow me, but it's now been 3 or 4 times that he has commented on posts critiquing what I'm saying, specifically telling me that I'm restrictive, things like that, and then tagging other people in the health and wellness space, inviting them to contribute something. They never do. But it's like he's trying to start an argument. Blocked him, blocked him. But, a couple other people, saying this felt restrictive. So, two things I have to say. Am I restrictive or am I respectful of my beautiful body? I don't look at myself as ever restricting myself. I look at respect. I'm respecting myself. I'm making a choice in the moment of what is going to be the best thing for me. And I'm 59 years old. I am 5 years postmenopause. I am extremely active. I've put on a lot of muscle. And I'm 5'1". It's every extra pound shows up on you when you're 5'1". And I'm also very like small bone. And people say, oh, you're naturally thin. To maintain the physique that I have now at this age, postmenopause, is not because I'm naturally thin. It's because of the daily choices that I make, including not having Hershey Kisses yesterday afternoon. That was a choice that I made. So to me, that is not restriction, it is respect. Um, what was another word? Forget. There was another word somebody used that um I was just like, okay, we'll call it what you like. But here's the thing. Nobody is getting their dream body. And well, I guess it depends on what your dream body is. For me, my dream body that I'm living in right now, and I keep making the dream even better, is the result of daily choices that don't include eating whatever the hell I feel like, but that do include treating my body like a Bentley and giving it premium fuel. I'm selective. I'm not perfect, but I'm very selective about what I put into this body. So to me, that's not restriction. That is respect. Does this mean I never have chocolate? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I love chocolate. I love chocolate. A good Who kitchen bar. Oh my gosh. Yes, please. Sometimes I was Hershey Special Dark with almonds. So good, so good, so good. Lindt chocolate. I love chocolate. When I was in Italy over the summer, did I enjoy some pistachio chocolate? Oh, I sure as hell did. In Paris, I'm telling you, the chocolate in the little markets that was like less than a Hershey bar was so incredibly good. I love chocolate, but when I'm enjoying it, I want to enjoy it with intention. I want to be fully present, which leads us to emotional eating. Yesterday, if I had dove into the jar of Hershey Kisses, I would have been doing so to soothe my emotions or even suppress my emotions, to push those feelings back down. Those icky feelings of feeling less than, of some comparison. But I chose to feel those feelings instead. To acknowledge, isn't this interesting? Why do I feel like this? And look at it and look at changes that I could make, or where I was maybe comparing myself to somebody. Why am I comparing myself? We are all on different stages. So I chose to feel the emotions. Say, okay, I acknowledge that this is how I'm feeling. Isn't this interesting? What could I change? How could I see this differently? And what could I do? What could I do that's going to feel good now and feel good tomorrow? Which for me was treating myself to the delicious coffee. And at another time, I will gladly treat myself to some Hershey Kisses or a Hu Bar or something else that I enjoy, but I'll be doing so with intention. I'll say, wow, this feels really good to me right now. I've planned for this. Like I'm enjoying this. And many times around Halloween, I will buy myself a Hershey Special Dark with almonds or some sort of Hershey Milk Chocolate with almonds and enjoy it. No guilt, no regret. That's something that brings back some really great trick-or-treating memories from when I was a little kid. And it's really fun, but I'm going to eat it, enjoy it with intention, and move on. I'm not going to beat myself up, and I'm sure as hell not going to be eating it to soothe my emotions. I'm going to allow myself to feel my emotions, to process my emotions, and move on. So, is it restriction or is it respect? I choose to respect my body. I choose to respect my emotions by not soothing them with food. And it's not always food. Some people do it with, alcohol, gambling, shopping, whatever it is. I choose to feel my feelings, acknowledge them, but not let them control my life. I might process those emotions by taking a walk, by journaling, by talking with somebody I trust and feel comfortable opening up to, that's just going to allow me to help process it. So there you have it. I made a little post about I'd rather have a snack, that I'd rather look like a snack than eat one. And, people are all over it, but that's okay. I'm not here to keep everybody happy. And just as I've been saying all along, this is whatever age I am now, it's 59. This is 59, no filters. This is Elizabeth Unfiltered. And my intent going forward with my content here on YouTube, Instagram, all the places is to share more and more real life stuff in real time. And again, sometimes then I can come back and reflect on it, share the choices that I'm making, knowing that not everybody's going to agree with them, and that's okay. I'm sharing what works for me, and maybe it can help you. And something that I'll also say when because if you look at my Instagram, there's a lot of people saying mean shit, which is fine. It's actually pretty entertaining. And if I find there's some real mean spirit behind it, I'm very quick to block the person. But just know that the people questioning you, the people criticizing you, they're not doing more than you. They're doing less than you. Seeing somebody thriving is making them uncomfortable, and that's why they're saying the shit they're saying. So, have an amazing day. Thanks for watching. And as always, I would love to hear your thoughts.